Oh, that's my phone.
Okay,
Sorry.
I didn't know if that's like a theme tune that like follows you around. I was like, wow, this is a really unique car that is tailored to you.
Hello one and all, welcome to Seeing Through Glass and welcome to the return of Driveway Goals. I launched this series a couple of years ago as an ode to one of my favourite TV shows growing up, MTV Cribs. But instead of focusing on people's houses, I wanted to focus on their driveways. And today I'm visiting one of the biggest car YouTubers in the world. Alejandro's English-speaking channel, Salomondrin, has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and his Spanish-speaking channel, Salomundo, has over 1.4 million subscribers. And as you're about to find out, his driveway lineup is pretty insane. If I ever had a new goal in life, it would be to have a bowl of keys.
Of keys?
A
like
bowl
this?
of keys.
It is pretty dope. Now this right here, this is a Hellcat wide body. And my favorite thing about this Hellcat wide body is that back in the day when the Hellcat came out and it was super hot and everyone wanted one, I was able to secure one, and it was like the dip into the car world. I have a lot of love for the Hellcat because the first video I ever did on cars was on a Hellcat. Then I did a wide body and it became popular. I was so lucky that everyone was in love and searching that like crazy. So my channel got a lot of its popularity and started because of my Hellcat, the wide body one. And the fact that they made a real one is insane. My favorite thing about this, aside from the wrap that I did, well, the guys at Gas did for me, is that when I got this, I had, I think, 5 Rolls Royce at the same time, dude. I think so. I think it was 5, and I still have another Ghost that people can't see and no one knows that, so there's that. And this that's still right here and in the way, that's a Carrera GT. And I know that you've never seen a pink Carrera GT, and that's because I got it pink myself. I hate regular colors in Carrera GT. The silver, which is the color that I had at first, is one of the most boring colors in the world for such a beautiful car. And I just wanted to make it more me, which is annoying and Mexican. So here it is, all pink. Oh, it's closed. Yeah, it's let's go to another car now. Ooh. This right here, this is a Beetle RSI. I don't know how much you guys know about this one, or you, Sam, because this is a German car. Not a British car, not a Ferrari. This is nothing fancy. This is a VW covered in carbon fiber. It's lightweight, it's all-wheel drive, it's a manual, 6-speed. This is a real driver's car. 250 were made, 251. There's one in the museum in Germany, and this is more of a badge to me because when I was a kid, I said, people who can afford fancy cars and buy the ones that no one knows what they are the man. Here we are. Welcome to my favorite car of the entire driveway, Sam. This right here is my smart car for 2. And it's a convertible. That's right, it's adorable and it's the cutest thing in the world. I have a lot of love for the Smart because it takes my insurance policy down when I list it as my main car. You can park it anywhere you want in the world. So if you're running late to a meeting, you can literally show up a second before, park it on the street, like on the sidewalk, and who cares? Honestly, it's epic. But my favorite thing about this Smart is how cheap they are. You can get one of these for like $80, $100 a month here in the States. So that's a big, you need one of these because ooh, right here we have something that does not belong to me, but it's been here for a while. The Lamborghini Reventone. There's only 20 in the world of these. And I legitimately said to myself when I was a kid, I'm never gonna get to see one of those, so it's awesome that Top Gear did a little piece in them. Right here, Lamborghini Performante, the Huracan Performante. This thing It's my favorite Lamborghini ever made, ever. And it's the one that got me back into the Lamborghini love train. Because I hated Lambo for the longest time. They were doing all these special editions that didn't do anything. And this was the first special edition that they made recently that really does a lot. So, I have a lot of love for this Performante. German muscle car. So just like the Hellcat, this is a German muscle car. But this one's also fast on the track. The V8 with a twin turbo sounds amazing. I don't understand actually how it's a twin turbo. It sounds like a supercharger. Either way, it's unreal the way it handles. And my favorite thing about this car is just sitting with the wheels right behind my ass. There's nothing more glorious than that. I don't know why, and I love steering it because whenever you're steering, the wheels on the front are so far. You go. It's kind of like a weird one of these. I love that. I'm sorry. And right here, and I'm sure you'll be disappointed of it, I got a McLaren 720S, which I call the 730S just because I love it. This right here, I think is the greatest car that exists today. And I'm so sorry, I know, but I really do think this is the greatest, most complete car that's created. I refused buying a McLaren brand new for the longest time ever because they had a lot of electrical problems. Here we are! It still has electrical problems every now and then.
Dude, this is my first time in a Carrera GT.
I actually can't believe that.
First time ever. I'm a little bit scared.
No, you should
A tiny bit.
You should not.
But also super excited. Thank you so much for this.
You should just be terrified.
Yeah.
What do I hold on to? I'm immediately looking for like things to hold on to.
There's not a lot of those. The push is so intense in every gear.
So good.
I know. It's
Kind of
like-
reminds me of my Ferrari 360 actually. Okay, look, I have to say, your current driveway lineup is incredible.
I
mean,
appreciate that. Thank you.
eclectic would be a potential word to be used.
That's a good word if I knew what it meant. No,
Sure,
I know what it means.
I heard somebody else say it, and I was like, that sounds sick. From a smart car through to this Carrera GT, what I want to know is, like, when did you go from having, like, one cool car to all of these cool cars?
I want to say it was about 3 years ago, because I always kept just two cars.
Okay.
And then 3 years ago, when I started making videos, all of the money that I started making just started to go into cars, period.
Because that's what we do, right, as car guys? Just spend money on cars.
It's unfortunate, but it's true. All of it. And then the best part of that whole thing has been figuring out what, like, the driveway situation is.
Sure.
Because
how do you shuffle them around?
Every time you get a new car, well, now whenever you get more cars, I was like, oh, I went from a 2-car garage to like a nice driveway with a 2 like covered garage, and I was like, oh, that's great. Instantly, everyone's like, man, you need a bigger house with a bigger garage. So I got a bigger house with a bigger garage, and now I get people, man, you need a bigger house with a... Okay, this is where I'm stopping at that.
So do you now look for property based on car storage space? Yes. That's basically it, right? So do you have any cars which you either missed out on or regret selling over the years?
Oh, so many of them.
So many?
So many.
Go on, hit me with a few.
The car I regret selling the most is my SLS Black Series.
Oh.
I hate, because I had a, sorry.
No. You
I
shouldn't
had
go through a red light, so don't apologize.
There you go. I was able to get a yellow one, the solar beam yellow, and I sold it, and I hate myself for it because every time I see a new one pop, a yellow one, I want it, but it's double the price now.
Wow. Yeah, they've gone insane.
I know, and I knew that was going to be the case, which is why I regret it the most. And then the one I miss a lot is my 918, the acid green one.
Beautiful. That was the second one or the first?
The second one.
The second one.
Because I normally buy cars.
Oh, sorry, the second one. I mean, get out! What a twat.
And let me explain that. I normally buy cars that, like, I'll buy them completely empty because if you're gonna get rid of the car, you might as well just not get all of the crazy equipment. If I really like the car, I'll buy another one with all this
It's a great position to be in, for sure.
It's very expensive, and you got to work double.
Sure. Well, I go the base spec because that's all I can afford. I'm like, hi, can I have an Aventador? Just that. I don't want anything.
Just an Aventador.
Just roll it out of the factory. I'm good.
No one feels bad for you, Sam. No one feels bad for you.
Whoa. What am I looking
What's
at?
that?
What?
That
Where?
Mercedes.
Oh, that's the new
Michigan
A-Class.
plates.
That's the new A-Class. That's the brand new A-Class.
Oh, we missed it.
I didn't even know what it was. I was like, Alan, it's a Hyundai. What do you...
That's right. That's what
Wow,
I'm
that's
saying.
the new A-Class.
I'm sad Farsha didn't get to see it.
Would you love that?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Farsha's a huge Mercedes guy.
Wow, okay.
So you, I'm sorry, you were
Sorry,
asking
I was asking,
me-
do you think you got the hypercar, modern hypercar, supercar stuff out of your system and went to a nice analog car, or you just always wanted this thing?
No, Sweet's different.
Okay.
I think cars got to the point where they're so great now that whatever you're gonna pick is gonna like satisfy all of your needs, right?
Totally agree.
720S to me is that car. It's fast, it's comfortable, it's great looking, it does all. I'm sorry.
Did you not consider the 488?
I'm sorry, no.
Another car which does everything you want, everything you need, great performance, fantastic racing heritage, a wonderful prancing horse on the bonnet.
You're absolutely right. I don't know what I was thinking now that you say it.
Let's head to Ferrari Beverly Hills. Come on. Today's your day, dude.
I actually bought this a while back, and I said, I just want a Carrera GT just to get it out of my system.
Sure.
Everyone says that it's the greatest car, it's a manual, whatever, I'm just gonna buy it. Because I really also wanted one so bad after seeing the Top Gear video. This is the ultimate Porsche, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Iconic, and I still think undervalued in the market.
Like crazy.
Crazy.
Like
Why
crazy.
is this not $1 million or dollars? Or
It makes no sense, but
No
you know
sense.
what? Good for me.
Surely
me.
it's only going to trickle out.
So, I just wanted it because of what it is. It's one of those cars that when you become a car person, goals, right? Immediately.
Of course.
And just like that, I wanted it. I got it. I bought it used. It had barely 2,000 miles. Now it has 3,000 miles. And I hated it.
3,000 miles.
I
That
hated
just sunk
it.
in.
And I hated it.
Why? Because you want to
I
use it more?
hated it. No, because it's unusable on a regular street. The clutch,
Really?
it's so low. And if you're just going to drive it in the city in LA traffic,
It's a bit of a pig.
it's retarded.
Really?
It's ridiculous. So with that, I wanted to sell it. I put it for sale for like a year, and then I moved out here.
I've now got a big driveway. Bring it back, baby.
No, big driveway, and look at these roads, and there's no traffic. So this is why it came back. And then once I drove it here, I was like, oh, now I understand it. Now I get everything and why people are going so crazy about this car.
It's so cool. It's just such a unique experience and visceral. That's another word that I don't know what it
my
means,
God.
but people say. Like, it's got that real heart racing kind of moment.
You can basically hear the guts of the car. You can hear the bones. You can hear the soul of the car. Its thoughts. All of it. Look. All of it.
That manual shift.
That race car engine, yeah, everything about it is just so damn epic.
Oh, man,
and now
I love
once
it.
I got a chance to really, really drive it and really experience it and really fall in love with it for what it is, which
Sure.
I honestly think is the greatest driving experience in the world, if you will, analog-wise, not modern.
Okay.
And that's why I ended up like falling in love with it, and then afterwards I wanted my very own spec, but everyone that has a really weird one doesn't want to sell it.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what, let's just make it.
Just come on, why not?
Let's
Hey,
just
it's
make
yours,
it.
right?
Yeah.
By the way, is that the car doing the little beep, 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 beep? Oh, that's you. Did you just make that noise? Did you hear that?
Oh, that's my phone.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know if that was like a theme
No.
tune that like follows you around. Beep, 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 beep. I was like, wow, this is a really unique car that is tailored to you. Okay, so moving away from the Carrera GT for a second. We saw your brand new Hellcat, right? You just
Yeah.
picked that up, which is awesome. Now, I'm looking at your collection of cars, and I know you've got a story with that and a connection with it, but because we're on YouTube,
Yes.
we also buy cars because people like to see our stories with them.
Yes.
So how many of your cars today do you think are personal purchases or YouTube purchases? If that makes sense, as in,
yeah.
do you think any of them you bought because you want to tell the story of the ownership? Or are they all just because you want those cars, you don't care what people say, these are the cars that you want?
All of the cars that I've always had are my cars.
Good.
I never
Brilliant.
buy anything for YouTube. Whenever anyone does anything for YouTube, for Instagram, for social media, it normally bombs.
Yeah.
People can
For
see
sure.
right through you.
Of course.
Because you're not being authentic to yourself. You're not buying these to enjoy it.
But it's hard when you're talking about cars or test reviewing cars and your audience go, buy it, buy this. Like, there's a lot of ideas that get planted in your head. I considered for one point buying an SLK 55. Like, I was like, hey, people seem to like this car. Like, maybe I should look into it.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
I was like, there is no way on earth people.
no way.
And by the way, what kind of audience tells you to buy an SLK 55?
Hey, we're the UK. We just like quirky cars.
I had an SLK, a red one.
Really? What? But not a 55.
Oh, of course not.
No,
that was like
you weren't
the
ready for
first.
that. You
That
weren't
was
ready for
that was when I was getting into the game,
What
and I
was
was
your
like,
first
oh,
car?
I'm a bull. My first car was a Jetta.
Okay, and then your first like sports car, the SLK. I mean,
Yes.
I say sports car,
Yeah.
but wow.
The SLK.
Mine was an Audi TT.
And then,
We could have been hairdressers together.
I had an Audi TT too.
Yes.
This explains everything so much better, by the way.
So much better. It all
now
makes
I get
sense.
it.
Yeah, we're both hairdressers.
Now I get it.
That's a very English joke, by the way. Yeah.
No. By the way, it
works here?
applies
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Okay, great. I think on that philosophical note, we can sit back and stop talking and just enjoy this insane drive.
Let's do this. Cops.
What?
All right, you've seen the driveway, you've seen the house. Now get the hell out of here, Sam! Get out of here!